And what's going on, guys? MiniKhal here, coming at you with a day 200 update. So just starting off with the typical format for these videos, just kind of scrolling on. We are in day 200 right over here. Next thing we normally touch on is the TCP, and I want to say this is probably one of the largest TCP jumps Mini has had throughout this whole, account updates and just in general. So the last video is at 1.7. I think it was like 1.77. So I've jumped up, just about 1.4. So pretty big jump. I think that's probably one of the largest power increases Mini has had. Definitely looking to be at the 2 million range by the time of the day 210. And I think that'll probably actually happen a lot sooner. I hit level 76, which I don't think I was 76 in the last video. Some other things that are kind of going on. We are nearing the end of the White Tiger event, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to open up my White Tiger orbs finally. I think I've got almost 50 something saved. So we'll go through that. We will look at where the rest of the account is, just kind of things that are currently going on. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I have brought up Ghost and Yellow Jacket to Gear Tier 14. So they are Dark Dimension 3 ready. So they are ready to get into that. Still kind of slowly building the rest of PimTech. Obviously getting into Dark Dimension 3 is a higher priority than just necessarily building at PimTech in general. So there are some characters I am looking at to bring up kind of with them. Thanos, Hela are some characters, just kind of looking at different traits. I might even actually look at a skill character too, just to basically get Dark Dimension 3 started. And, by the time I think I get to the global section, PimTech should be up and running. But other things that I am currently working on, I am still kind of working on my modified Astonishing X-Men to basically get myself through the Doom chapters 1-1 through 1-3. I've gotten Bishop up to Gear Tier 12. I've been debating taking him up to 13. Just kind of seeing kind of where I am as far as, where the damage is on that. Iceman is who I'm currently working on. He is at Gear Tier 11, level 66. I'm taking the whole team up to level 70. And once I actually get them all up to level 70, I will then go back to switching these training mats over to my PimTech team or any characters that I'll be taking into Dark Dimension 3, getting them to level 75, and then, getting into that game mode as soon as possible. We got the exciting news that Silver Surfer is going to be coming to the game, so I have started to hoard some resources just a little bit. I'm trying to hold on to as much gold as possible, and the other thing is I will be saving my Red Star orbs for those Silver Surfer pulls. He's going to be a phenomenal character, meta changing, so he's definitely someone you are going to want to unlock and you are going to want high red stars on. So other things, just kind of as we normally kind of progress through, still kind of buying the same thing in the store. When I see these alien spores, I stock up on those. This is kind of a primo resource as all the symbiotes need it past Gear Tier 13. So it's needed for Gear Tier 13, 14, and 15. So whenever you see these, if you plan on taking the symbiotes into any of the Dark Dimension campaigns, that's always a good buy. Gear Tier 15 stuff I do buy just so I have it stockpiled for Mini for when I do hit level 80. I think there's a really good possibility that I will be in both Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4 at the same time on Mini. Dark Dimension 4 is just going a lot smoother for Khaleesi. Dracarys isn't in there yet, but should be in there pretty soon. I just need one more character. But so, Dark Dimension 4, a way less of a, like, just horrible grind, and I honestly think Mini will probably be in both modes at the same time. So as you just kind of saw, I did buy a couple purple gear pieces for things that I know that I need. Normally, I would buy these advanced vials, because I like to keep all of my purple gear at about 100. But since Silver Surfer is coming and I don't actually have a immediate need for this, I'm going to hold off on that. And that's just kind of part of that, spending a little less. In our Blitz store, very status quo. I still just open up these Blitz orbs. Nothing has really changed on that end. The raid store, same thing. I have gotten my Thor already up to 6 stars, so I've stopped farming Thor from the raid store. The only character I'm actually currently buying when I see him is Baron Zemo, and then after I've kind of gone my daily pass-throughs, if I'm still over 40,000 raid credits, I'll typically pull just a couple of raid orbs. Nothing too crazy. What I'm actually using these credits for, again, orange gear that I do need, and that's pretty much either below the 200, depending on the item, below the 100 threshold, and then I'm also buying purple gear that I need, and that's just to kind of keep an influx. Mini's roster, for the most part, is really kind of in that growth stage, and just to answer a chat question, I do plan on working on Shadowlands. I have kind of already brought them up on the main account. They are shaping up to be a really good team. Just for Mini right now, it's kind of not a big priority. So hopefully that answers that question. But so going in, next kind of store that we got on the section is going to be the Arena store. Arena, kind of the same thing. I'm basically just farming Inhumans at the moment. The goal is for Black Bolt's next pass, unlock Black Bolt, and then kind of at the same time on Ebony Maw's next pass, unlock him also. Obviously, the news with Silver Surfer definitely takes Black Order a little bit off of the meta priority, but they're definitely still characters that are worth building. And they are still two very relevant legendaries. Next one kind of going in, the Elite store. Kind of the same thing, just kind of still waiting around for a either good 6 or 7-star character. I do have 310 credits, so I mean, in theory, I can bring up 3 characters to 6 stars or 2 characters up to 7. It just kind of depends who pops in, and there just really hasn't been any fun characters, I guess, that have popped in. Other things going on, we are getting ready to start the Nocturnal event, or the New Moon event with Moon Knight, and, as previously kind of discussed with the Alliance, we are dropping down to Beta 2 just to basically get through this Midnight Madness event pretty quickly, so I'll be kind of saving my beta raid energy until later this afternoon when we do have server reset. And that's kind of, I guess, in general, where the account is. As far as campaigns go, I managed to 3-star the 7/6 node with Hela. Was, just kind of a little bit of a labor of love and a little bit of RNG involved, but to just kind of show the characters I used, if anyone is needing any additional ideas. I decided to go full Villain Mystic, and which is the node requirement, so I mean, nothing, totally out of the box for that one. But I decided to go with these top 5 here. The first 3, as I've said kind of previously in the past, Thanos, Hela, great standalone characters. plan on taking them into Dark Dimension 3 with Mini. They have entered Dark Dimension 3 for Khaleesi and Dracarys, and Thanos is currently in Dark Dimension 4 on Khaleesi, and I believe he is ready to go on Dracarys as well. And then I do plan on taking Hela into the Cosmic Nodes. So really, any gear invested into Hela, you're going to see a return on that. The other two characters I decided to go on were Ronin and Mordo, and the idea behind that was that they are, used for the Phoenix unlock. And while the Uncanny X-Men have dropped off a little bit, Phoenix is still a really good character. She's a great Dark Dimension character and just kind of a great standalone character. So there are plans to unlock her eventually. It just hasn't been a super big priority. But anyway, so kind of moving along next. What else do we got going on? Let's go ahead and open up those Shadowland orbs, or the White Tiger orbs. I've been kind of holding on to them. What I've been doing for this event, kind of like I mentioned, I planned on going, a little hard on Shadowlands with Mini eventually. I think White Tiger kind of creates a really unique opportunity where it gives you another city character. I think she would be a really strong Dark Dimension character, and it alleviates some of that gear grind that is needed for the symbiotes. So kind of what I've been doing the 50 core refreshes, and then I've been doing 2 100 core refreshes, and basically what that's allowed me to do is I'm able to go completely through the hard campaign. And then I've been doing like the first 3 to 4 nodes in the medium campaign. And it just kind of allowed me to kind of get a very nice buildup of these Shadowland or these Infiltrator orbs. So we do have 44 of them. So it'll be essentially 5 orbs that we get to open, 4 10s and then 1 4. So let's see what happens. There's some great characters also in this orb in general. One of the ones that I'm kind of really hoping that Mini gets lucky with is getting some long shot drops, as I actually don't have long shot unlocked on MiniKhal. So if I could get him unlocked, that would be kind of really, it might be able to switch up some of my Doom campaign strategy, as well as even shake up some of my Dark Dimension 3 plans. So here we go. Let's start opening up those orbs. We will keep our fingers crossed for some good pulls. And here we go. So first pull, we've got 56 White Tiger pulls. We've got 16 of Yellow Jacket, 8 of Jessica Jones, 8 of Shatterstar, 5 of Mr. Fantastic, 5 Psylocke, and 5 Yelena. So definitely good on the Yellow Jacket part, since Mini does not have him farmable yet. And I would say 56 shards is a pretty good first pull. Let's see what we've got going on for the next one. Okay, and again, doing pretty good. We got a 52 White Tiger, liking that. We got 8 Ghost pulls, and we've got 8 Long Shot pulls, so that's awesome. If we can get 2 more Long Shot shards, we will get Long Shot unlocked, which was definitely one of my goals with this Infiltrator event. So doing good so far. Let's go ahead and pop open another one. And let's see, so 44 White Tiger, and that's about the only one I'm kind of looking at on this one. So we've got 2 more pulls. Let's see what we get. Let's see, 39 White Tiger or shards. We've got 5 Kitty Pride, which is another good one. 5 Ghost and 5 of X23 over here. All pretty good pulls over here. And let's see what we got on this last one. So we got 12 White Tiger, and that's about all that's really looking good on that. So a little bummed out. Still 2 shards away from unlocking Longshot, which I really thought I'd be unlocking him this time around. But we did manage to get 203 White Tiger character shards, which is phenomenal. Definitely kind of along the lines we were looking. We got 16 Yellow Jacket, 13 Ghost, another 8 of Shatterstar, 5 Yelena shards, 5 Kitty Pride, and 5 X23. So overall, I'd say that was a really good pull. Definitely got some nice drops. So we will go on in and recruit White Tiger. But the thing is after recruiting her, because I am getting into that hoarding phase, I am not going to be taking her up any higher for the time being, just because, like I said, I want to save as much money as possible for the Silver Surfer event. Just kind of looking, I guess, at the rest of the roster. There are characters right now that I can bring up to the next star level, but, like I've said, I am really holding off on, basically saving as much possible. That's not going to hinder any game progression. We passing through a couple characters that I could technically take to the next star level. And while they're nothing like amazing as far as characters, I'm trying to keep up with Mini and trying to keep the characters like up with their star level. So it looks like with this, we will definitely be able to get White Tiger to 4 stars. Because it's 55 and then 80, so we'll be about, maybe about 70 shards shy of a 5-star unlock. And a lot of that is going to come down to your RNG with your pulls. But definitely got a 4-star unlock, which is, fine for the time being. But so that is where that is. I think I'm going to wrap up this account update with just a Doom 1-2 attempt. I haven't really made too much progress as far as Doom yet. And I think a lot of that, a good chunk of it has to do with the physical node itself and the characters I'm facing. So I am going to pop some resources into Iceman real fast. And this is an area I am still spending gold in, just because I am not trying to halt my progress, if that makes sense. So I'm using my gold sparingly, but not at the expense of progress. So let's go ahead. We will try Doom 1-2. The problem with this node, or the problem I'm running into with this node I think would be a walk in the park with Black Bolt. I am having a bit of a problem, though, with the kind of modified Astonishing X-Men. I think if I had Jubilee, this would certainly be a lot easier, but the big problem with this node is actually the Blob. He's got high defense, he's got a kind of retaliate mechanic, and if I'm able to get through the Blob, I should be able to clear the rest of this node, but it's just really basically outliving the Blob is really my problem with this node. So we'll see. I haven't tried this in a couple days. I've just been kind of building up some characters and whatnot, so we'll see if we get any further along this time along. My forced primary target is the Blob. He has that taunt on him, and I don't really have any, or at least I haven't had any luck dispelling that taunt. Kitty Pryde does have the ability to possibly remove taunt, but it also goes through that resistance check, and I just haven't had the good RNG in getting that actual taunt removed. And I'm just not willing to kind of invest multiple attempts for the RNG sake. And this is kind of shaping up exactly the way most of them go. I have had some better luck than this one in particular is going. I have managed to kill the Blob, but then I basically have no team left. and at that point, like the rest of my team just kind of wipes. But so anyway, so yeah, this is kind of close about to where I've gotten before, where we'll probably drop Blob on the next turn, but then I don't have the staying power to basically be able to finish off the match, because Bishop's going to basically die on his next hit. So I think kind of what this is, I mean, it's a combination of, I think, level that we're at, and then also just some gear. So this might be one of those situations where I do start bringing, how's it going? Just kind of finishing up a account update. Hope you're doing well. So that's basically just where this sad little Doom attempt is. I'm able to kind of get through that kind of initial wave, but then the rest of the team just kind of wipes on out. So anyway, so I am going to wrap up the account update aspect of this. I will just kind of keep streaming just as basically continue a daily playthrough. But I am going to pop off for about 30 seconds. If you did find this video helpful and you're liking the account updates, please like and subscribe on YouTube. And then I will be back with just kind of some continued daily playthrough in just a moment.